And now, here is my special guest star, Rufus T. Firefly, J. Cleaver Loophole, Dr. Hugo Z. Heckenbush, Captain Jeffrey Spaulding, also known as Mr. Groucho Marx, ladies and gentlemen.
In 1973, when he was almost 83, Groucho made his last great variety show appearance. Proving that the master's wit was as sharp as ever, Groucho traded quips with one of comedy's biggest stars.
Oh, it's you. Yes, how are you, Doctor?
Fine.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
You look, have a sit down.
Oh, I'll be glad to. How have you been?
I've just been fine.
Well, what are we going to do now?
I don't know, but I'm just tickled to have you here, and words cannot express how thrilled I am to have you on the show.
Well, a little money wouldn't hurt either.
All right, now.
You smoke cigars, I see, huh?
Yeah, I like them.
Good ones?
Yeah, well, it just mostly comes from the first time I saw you, and I figured, gee whiz, you know, I would like to smoke cigars.
Well, you know, it's a handy thing to have for a comedian, assuming you are a comedian.
There's one question I wanted to ask you. You've known all of the truly great names in comedy. Now, I mean, how would you classify me?
You?
Yeah.
You'd come right after Nixon. And so would I if I had a chance.
Every one of those jokes in that session worked because he would listen to the question, and then that mind would click in.
Okay, how would you rate W.C. Fields?
I never speak ill of the dead, except in your case.
When I met Groucho, I found exactly what I expected. A cantankerous, ornery, salty, amusing, amazing man who took nothing seriously.
Do you believe in life after death?
I have serious doubts about the life before death. The way we're going now. I believe in death during life, and so does everyone watching this show.
Do you have any unfulfilled wish?
Well, yes, I'd like to terminate this interview as soon as...
Well, you can't be funnier than that. Of course, it put Cosby down and put Cosby away because everybody had great respect for Cosby at that point, except for Groucho, who had none. And he didn't respect Bill. It bothered Groucho that Bill smoked better cigars than Groucho did. So Groucho, on the way out, copped about a half a dozen of Bill's cigars. and you had to love him.
In 1974, Groucho was presented with an honorary Oscar for his contribution to film. He began this final moment in the spotlight by taking a bow for all the Marx Brothers.
Hello, I must be going. I cannot stay. I came to say I must be going. I'm glad I came, but just the same, I must be going. I'll stay a week or two. I'll stay the summer through. But I am telling you, I must be
Hooray for Captain Spaulding, the African explorer.
Did someone call me Schnorrer?
Hooray, hooray, hooray. He went into the jungle.
Much has been said and written about the style and substance of the Marx Brothers comedy. Film historians have offered endless intellectual analyses as to the reasons for their success. But perhaps the most persuasive argument for why they've made audiences laugh for 4 generations is that they were funny, pure and simple.
Fooled you that time, didn't I?
Like all great artists, Groucho, Chico, and Harpo were true originals. And once the Marx Brothers entered our collective consciousness, they never left.
Well, I thought my razor was dull until I heard his speech. And that reminds me of a story that's so dirty I'm ashamed to think of it myself.
I implore you, send him back to his father and brothers, who are waiting for him with open arms in the penitentiary. I suggest that we give him 10 years in Leavenworth or 11 years in 12worth.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take 5 and 10 in Woolworth.
Not that I care, but where is your husband?
Why, he's dead.
I'll bet he's just using that as an excuse.
I was with him till the very end.
No wonder he passed away.
I held him in my arms and kissed him.
Oh, I see. Then it was murder. Will you marry me? Did he leave you any money? Answer the second question first.